Hey guys, welcome back to the Arkham Reporters channel. It's a bit of a odd and difficult video to make, but I need to make it. Yeah, I won't. I'll wrap things up very quickly. So for those of you who are sticking around just for what's this update, I'll tell you then. And if you want to stay a little bit longer and chat with me, then I'll be around for that as well. Long story short, I made a community post about 3 weeks ago where I said I am pausing everything related to the channel for an indefinite period. That is still the case. I don't intend to do anything related to Lovecraft for the foreseeable future. That calculates to about, well, I usually think of the foreseeable future as a period of 2 years, because 1 year is going by pretty fast. 2 years, it's not too fast, but it's not too slow. So for about that, and I don't intend to do anything with the channel. I'm not reading Lovecraft anymore or writing. My personal writing that I did, I was published by the Bizarre Archives twice. One for an article, the other one for a short story. So basically, everything relating to Lovecraft is paused. The channel is going to stay up. I'm not deleting the channel. I'm not putting comments in private or unlisting videos. It is as it is now. It's just going to be there. It's just, well, the captain is not at the wheel, shall I say. And I will probably be back in 2 years' time, 3 years' time. I'm not sure when. Yeah, my Instagram will still be up. I'm not sure what to do with it. I'll keep it because I talk to some people daily there almost. Some very good regulars. That I'll keep. I'll still be active there. So, I mean, if you really want to message me, you can find my Instagram. It's Arkham Reporter. Easy to find. Yeah, that's basically the gist of the message. In under 3 minutes, that's the basics of it. So, yeah. If you want to go now, that's fine. Let's chill. You can unsubscribe if you want to. I know sometimes, you subscribe to every second channel and suddenly your subscriber list is like thousands. If you want to do that, that's okay. I'm not taking it personally. If you want to stick around, hey, it doesn't hurt to stay subscribed either, because one day, theoretically, I do come back. Alright, so now for a little bit longer. Explanation. Why? Why am I doing it? Why am I bailing out from Lovecraft? Because it is Lovecraft in its totality. It's not just that I'm stopping making videos. I'm not reading Lovecraft. I'm not following events relating to Lovecraft or anything like that. My good friend over in these goings down, he said to me actually today. He said, there's nobody out there that's really, Lovecraft in this revolting modern era we have, they always go after him and shit, and he's like, Damien, you're the one who's defending Lovecraft so well, not just from like a point of view of fighting against allegations, but like promoting Lovecraft, all the positive aspects of Lovecraft. And then yeah, I know you're watching the video, bro, so I'll say that I gotta focus on me now, a little bit on my personal growth. I gave years now to, I think it was a good cause, Lovecraft, his literature. I know I've brought some people into reading Lovecraft, and I'm very happy for that. But now I really have to be a little bit selfish and think about myself and my growth as a person. And this gets in the way a little bit. So why? Why am I cutting Lovecraft? Long story short, Lovecraft is depression. It's not the easiest thing to talk about depression. If you have seen my gloom syndrome video, which I made about 6 years ago, or 5 years ago. It was an old video. It's one of the OG videos, you know. But still, to this day, every now and then I get new comments on there, and it's always praise more than my usual videos. Like, wow, this really hit home. Well written. I never thought of it like that. Or someone says, I've always thought like this. You know, I'm glad someone else related. You know, so depression is something I've had in my life ever since I was able to have adult cognitive thoughts, you know, and that happened at a young age. I was always very mature for my age, so it's like I could see things in life that never sat well with me, realities of life. It's not like, oh, you know, I wasn't born into a family of millionaires. Nothing like that. It's just like the nature of life.
It's like just the fucking regularness of life is too fucking hard for me or something. I don't know.
Which is something Lovecraft always focused on. And depression has followed me all my life, all 36 years. Well, okay, when did I start being coherent? Say 30 years. It's always been there. Fucking plague, like a thing on your back. And in the gloom, I call the video gloom syndrome because it's like a syndrome which affects you. A syndrome is like something permanent. It's not like you got the flu. It's not flu syndrome, right? Gloom syndrome. It haunts you. It's like the specter on you always. And I've let it go way too long. You see, there's no cure for depression. There's no cure. Some people even ask that in the gloom syndrome video. Well, what's the cure? What's the solution? There is none. That's the red pill. That's the fact about it. That's the Lovecraftian horror. There's no cure. If you watch that gloom syndrome video and it hit home, I'm sorry, there's no cure. If you can relate to that, I don't think there's a cure. At least in my life. They'll send you to a shrink. I went to a shrink twice in my life, 2 different occasions, for a total of about 4 or 5 sessions. The first time that they put me on this fucking ridiculous drug, I don't know what it was. Nothing like hardcore, you know. It was just sort of like to help with sleep or whatever, or to calm down. I never had ADHD or anything like that, but like, you know, for anxiety, I guess. It just made me feel nauseated and sick. It's no solution, right? The second time, Jesus Christ, I'm not taking advice from that person, you know. It's just like, well, you have to be there to believe it, but it's bullshit. Psychiatry, it's...
But that's crazy. That's all nonsense. That's nothing but a racket for the Jews.
I'm sorry, I couldn't resist putting that clip there. I still love The Sopranos. Sorry, man. I had to. I'm just breaking balls here, but I think it's a fucking scam in a lot of cases. At least in my cases. I mean, if you have like legit schizophrenia and there's hormonal imbalances in your brain, yeah, you gotta go get on that. But I mean, if you're having problems with things which it doesn't help you be strong. Therapy, I think, in my opinion. Anyway, so I went a couple times, and in the last few years, I've let depression really damage parts of my life. I've lost. Depression basically made me lose someone in my life, and it wasn't that the fake friends will drop you in the hard times. Nothing like that. But I should have been married by now. I should have been a father. If things went the way they should have been. And depression also, it made me stagnate in life. Now I'm 36. I don't feel particularly old. My health is still top notch. You know, I know that there's like a meme when you reach your 30s, you groan getting out of bed, and you know, every joint hurts and your knees crack. I have nothing like that at all. I'm not losing my hair. My eyesight's as sharp as an eagle. In all regards, that I don't feel old. But for the past years, I've had no real, true, solid self-belief, and no drive to really fix things in my life which have always bothered me. And I think depression, it kind of sucks that out of your ability to handle these things. You know, if you're prone to it, I think like if you're a regular person that doesn't have depression, you know, they would look at a depressed person's life and they think, like, wow, I would have just done that, and yeah, you know, that could be true. But I mean, you know, if don't ask, I'm 5'8", I think 5'8", about 5'8". Don't ask me to go fucking dunk a basketball. You know, it's easy if you're 6+ foot or whatever. I don't know, but you know, it just doesn't work if you are inclined to have depression. And it's a bit difficult to talk about this thing because, yeah, every second person thinks they're depressed.
Nowadays, everybody's got to go to shrinks and counselors and go on Sally Jesse Raphael and talk about their problems. Whatever happened to Gary Cooper? The strong, silent type. See, what they didn't know is once they got Gary Cooper in touch with his feelings, that they wouldn't be able to shut him up. And then it's dysfunction this, and dysfunction that, and dysfunction mafungo.
Or that they have some mental fatigue or ennui or such things. You know, it's like, you know, you have to roll your eyes a little bit because, I mean, even now, you see, like, people glorify mental illness. What are these fucking degenerates on TikTok? They call it like what's it? Neurodivergent or some, you know, it's just one of the latest trends of degeneracy that we see in this world. And so it's like, if you legit have it, look, in the end, especially as a man, the only one that can fix things is you. Only the person is you can fix things in your life. But talking about that, it's, you know, I'm half English. You know, the expression stiff upper lip. It means you bottle that shit inside and you work it out and you fix things. You're a man. That's what you got to be. You got to be strong. And that is the place I'm in right now. It's like depression hit me too many times, and it has cost me. It cost me a lot of things. It cost me someone that I was hoping to grow old and die with. And you know, eventually you just get sick of it and you say no fucking more. And I reached that stage. Now, what's that got to do with Lovecraft? Lovecraft is a brilliant writer. He's absolutely brilliant. His potency is second to none in regards to drawing you in and having an impact. In these Goings Down, my friend there of the In These Goings Down channel, he said that this is actually like a testament that, you know, you're like shutting things down on the channel just because of how it's affecting you, you know. And it's true. You know, Lovecraft is not light reading, you know. And as on the surface, oh, it's a squid monster. Oh shit, what are we gonna do? You know. Lovecraft has always been about themes and philosophy before anything. And you don't take someone who has a gambling issue, you know, to like, you know, you don't like gift them like a fucking roulette table or, you know, a new deck of cards or something. Yeah, oh, just be nice, just have a little bit, don't worry. It's like you're getting exposed to that environment. It doesn't help. So I've never been addicted to anything in my life. But Lovecraft has always been something that I've been reading for a long time, but it is having a negative effect on. It sounds so fucking gay to say it like this. Oh, my mental health, blah blah blah. But it's true. It's having a negative mental effect on me, and I don't need negativity right now. I'm not saying Lovecraft is a bad writer. I think he's brilliant. There's no question about that. I don't think he was wrong about humanity. I don't think he was black-pilling anything. He was very realist. But just being exposed to that, I need something positive in my life right now. Let me give you an example. I love my gym. I've been doing gym for many years now. I'm not huge, right? I'm not ripped as I should be. That's another point where I always let depression hit me a little bit, and that I didn't go as hard as I could. But recently I did. I cleaned up my diet like crazy, cut out a lot of stuff, and the effect is amazing, right? What you consume is so important, but what you consume in regards to media, the things you read, the things you watch, all that, that's also very important. And I've had to clean that up as well. No more of this. The news, I have no idea what's in the news because it's all fucking depressing. The latest degeneracy that you see, sometimes sadly unavoidable. I was in a gender-neutral bathroom, I think 2 weeks ago, and there was 2 urinals and 1 stall. I was a bit hammered, I was having a good time. I saw there was a bathroom, right? It said WC, WC, like in German. So I just walked in, and then in the stall, I'm standing there taking a piss, right? In the stall, oh my god, it's the horrific sounds. It's like someone really was destroying their toilet, right? And I'm like, damn, what the fuck? And then open the stall, out walks this pretty young girl. And at first I thought, like, wait, am I in the right place? here's the urinal, man. But yeah. So anyway, as I was saying, what was I saying? I don't even know what I was saying. Yeah, so it's like the things that you try to avoid, what you feed yourself. And Lovecraft just feeds the gloom. It feeds the gloom in me, and I don't need that right now. I'll give you an example of what I mean. Recently, there came out a new game, Warhammer 40k 2, Space Marine 2, right? And the trailer had the Ultramarines. Now, I'm sort of a very, very casual appreciator of Warhammer 40k. So these Ultramarines, I know the concept of the world. So these super soldiers, right? Huge bastards, built like tanks, literally tanks in some cases. They crash down onto this world where the regular humans, are getting their ass handed to them by these Tyranids, I think they're called. Basically, they make like the aliens from Alien, the xenomorphs, look like the pussy versions from, like, I don't know what's the expression, the dollar store version of aliens, right? So these Tyranids, absolutely horrific monsters that just rip and tear and smash humanity. By all accounts, they could fit into a Lovecraftian horror story. Okay, that's what I'm saying. And the humans are running and rightly terrified. They've been massacred by it. But these giant hulking Ultramarines, who are seen as angels by humanity, he just runs in. That scene there. He has a goddamn chainsaw sword and a pistol, like a bolter, I think it's called in the story. And he just fucking goes in and destroys these horrors. And he just goes to town and just slices them in half with a goddamn chainsaw. Yeah, sure, he felt fear because Ultramarines are not gods. They can die, and I understand in many cases they do die in Warhammer. But nonetheless, he conquered their fear and he just fucking tore the thing apart. You see, now, Warhammer has Lovecraftian elements to it. It's very existential. Everything is a threat to humanity. And if you're a human, you're pretty much fucked. A regular human, right? Something's going to get you. And existence is miserable and horrific. That is like Lovecraft. That's a Lovecraftian horror story. There's no happy ending for humans, right? But if I go through the rest of my life not believing that there's a happy ending, I might as well just wrap things up now, if you know what I mean. All right? And then I saw these Space Marines. They feel horror. They know the realism that they could die, but they fucking go in like tanks. They're all about strength, faith in something higher themselves. The Emperor, the God Emperor of mankind, of humanity. You know, it's this unwavering faith and belief, and the things like strength. Your working on yourself is something positive. You are facing against these horrific, demonic, evil forces that rot life. You know, like Nurgle, I think is one of the gods of disease and corruption, and then there's Slanesh, and you face off against these horrific things. And, you know, that is what I need in life right now. That is what I need. Because, yeah, if I don't have that now, and I don't feel like I'm too late in regards to fix things in life. I know, oh, you're 30, it's game over, you can't do anything. It's not like that, but if I don't fix things right now, I'm just gonna have a long life of what's the fucking point? And I can't have that. I've already lost someone. I don't want to say true love. I don't know, that sounds a bit corny, but it was pretty fucking close. And it was my fault, you know. Didn't cheat or anything, nothing like that. But it was my own. I let depression rule me, and it's also affected other parts of my life, and I don't need that right now. Because if I just continue with that, that's just gonna fuck things up. So, that's essentially why Lovecraft is depressing. That's why I'm not continuing. I'm not reading Lovecraft or anything like that. So what do I do about the channel? I can't suddenly turn it into a cooking program. I can't. Yeah, what I'm saying is that you've all subscribed because of the Lovecraftian content. So I've got this channel of decent size, I think. What do I do with it? I will say that I have spent a lot of recent time reading a lot of literature, non-fiction mainly. Everything has been in order to help me grow as a person, fix myself, find internal strength in times where it looks like it's game over. So I've been doing that a lot. I've also been throwing myself into music a lot. Listening at first, but now also creating. I don't have anything to show right now, so I won't mention it. But I am working on creating my own legit music, a music project. So with me, I still have the creative energy. I've still got the motivation. I've still got the clarity of mind. You know, there are days where I have just been, you know, sleep the whole fucking day away, but not so much anymore, because I think of the positivity from gym and also the things I consume in regards to a intellectual and spiritual kind of thing. So yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do with the channel. I'm just going to leave it for now, to be honest, and I don't know when I'm coming back. I'm not deleting it, but yeah. So that's basically the video. In regards to the Innsmouth Gazette channel, that one I will keep around. I never really uploaded much there, but every now and then I get the desire to do a let's play or review some beer or some random book or something like that. So yeah, you can subscribe to the Innsmouth Gazette channel. Every now and then I'll do something, usually just for the fun of it, because I actually do enjoy making videos, like the process. Then, in regards to my other project that I'm working on, another big reason why I'm cutting things with Lovecraft is that time is short, energy is finite, and I really want to do something very, very creative. I love music. I've loved it all my life. My parents have always indulged me in that regard, so I was never short of CDs, cassettes. Yeah, I'm old. We had cassettes back in the day. MP3 players, you know. So I've always loved music. Now I want to make my own. So if you want to keep up with me in regards to, if you like me, it sounds so narcissistic to say, but I know some of you have said it, you know, oh, you're quite the character, Damien, I like your humor, that type of thing, or, you know, you make fun videos. You know, if you feel like that, and you don't mind me doing something else besides Lovecraft, then you can follow me at the channel that I put up on the screen now, and there's a link that you can follow. For now, I'm just calling it Aberration Creation. And that channel's just going to be, there's no academic videos, nothing scripted, nothing in that regard. It's purely just for music and me creating music. Now, I'm very much a novice at that, creating music. But I've seen people, some YouTube channels, where the guy, you know, his first video is him like desperately trying to play Smoke on the Water. And, you know, like 1 year later, the guy's knocking out his original music, and it's just great, and that type of thing. So if you want to go through, follow me on my journey to be a musician, I guess, composer. Sounds so narcissistic to say it, but to create music, if you want to follow me along there, talk about guitars, gear, you know, the latest news regarding whatever band, then yeah, you can follow me over at Aberration Creation. I'll put a link down below, but it's not going to be anything Lovecraft. So, you know, I'm just putting it out there. So yeah, I'll wrap things up here. I don't want it to get too long. Long story short, yeah, I can't do this anymore. It's Lovecraft stuff. I can't do it anymore. Still love the man. Still love his literature. But yeah, so anyway, that's my video. It's unfortunate to have to make it. I will log in a couple days again to check the comments on this, because surely some people will have something to say. Even though Lovecraft was right about so much, don't let depression hinder you from saying that you can't do something. That's what I'm starting to really believe. You have to have faith in something. You need not necessarily join a religion. I'm not going to churches or anything like that. I couldn't call myself a theist, like a strict theist. I'm not an atheist though. But you gotta have faith in something bigger and something greater than yourself. And faith, I know some atheists, like skeptics and such, Dawkins and all these characters, say faith is just believing something rather than having good facts. Oh, checkmate. Yeah, well, so what? Don't care. Faith is a source of strength. I really believe that. But you have to have put faith in the right things. That's all I'll say. And I've done that, and it's really helped. So, alright, that's it. That's all I have to say for this video. I'm sorry to let Lovecraft down. I'm sorry to let you guys down. But this is not something I just decided to do at the last minute. And I don't think I'm going to regret this decision at all. Alright, that's it. That's the video. Shit, I guess I won't see you guys for a while, huh? Well, I'll just say that I don't ever intend to delete the channel. You know, even if I'm like some 90-year-old man, the videos will still be there. But if you guys really want to talk to me, you know, my Instagram is there. I'm not deleting that. You can reach me there. My email. I never really check my emails as it is, even in my work emails. So I guess, yeah, for a while this is sayonara, adios, goodbye. Anyway. But maybe I do come back. That's life. You don't know what you're gonna get. Alright. See you around. Cheers. Cheers.